Time to look ahead to the second ODI between India and Australia at the Adelaide Oval. Were they rusty, the visitors, or were they surprised that Jai Richardson and co stunned them in the manner that they did? They have to win it to stay alive in this three-match series on ESPNcricinfo match day to look ahead to it. Deep Dasgupta in studio, in the comforts and warmth of our studio. Brad Hodge from another exotic location at one of Australia's airports. Hodgie, let me start with you because I must. You are going to follow the Aussie team around given the renewed optimism they've spread after that first ODI?
Yeah, it looks that way. I'm doing a little bit of extra work for ESPNcricinfo. I'm going to follow this cricket team closely. They need my support. I'm going to look after them as best as I possibly can and help Justin Langer out.
Yeah, let's make this quick, otherwise you'll miss your flight and all of that will be moot. India, is it fair to say, looked a little rusty, whether that was the hangover of the tests or a few players not having enough cricket behind them?
Well, a couple of things. More than the hangover, as you mentioned, few of them not playing any competitive cricket for the last month and a half, be it Raidu or Shikhar Dhawan for that matter, even for that matter, MS Dhoni.
Yeah.
And also the fact that most of them haven't really played Jai Richardson before, or Behrendorff, maybe Behrendorff in the T20s against India, but most of them not having seen or played Jai Richardson. And Jai Richardson, what a bowler. I think he's the future superstar. Okay,
so that's strong words from Deep after that performance, man of the match performance by the 22-year-old in the first game. Playing 11s would be a talking point, and now both teams have, I think, refrained from announcing it like they used to. But it looks like more or less the same team from Brad Hodge, except for one significant change. Adam Zampa's wrist spin preferred over Nathan Lyon. There's also talk of Mitchell Marsh being available after a stomach bug that kept him out of the first game, Hodgie, but you find no reason to tinker any more than just the one spinner option.
No, well, Mitchell Marsh was meant to play for the Perth Scorchers last night and he was still in bed sick, so I don't see him fronting up for Australia anytime soon. I just think that Nathan Lyon, I think Rohit Sharma played him very well, as did MS Dhoni, and I think that Adam Zampa, the wrist spin might come into play. We've seen the effectiveness of Chahal in the past, and also, the wrist spin just takes more wickets than the off spin.
The other thing is that there isn't room for two wrist spinners as far as Virat Kohli is concerned. Would you find room for them, or is that just a handicap that you understand the Indian captain having?
Yes, that's a handicap which I do understand. I think Chahal playing makes more sense once Hardik is around. So you have the third seamer in Hardik and you can play two wrist spinners. So I understand that handicap there. But having said that, I'm always a big fan. I've always been a big fan of a sixth bowling option, which, last game there wasn't any. So
okay, but if I look at the team that you have picked, there is room for Kedar Jadhav. Yeah. And would it be harsh for Dinesh Karthik to be found out of the team after one game? But then again, he wasn't part of the ODI setup in the last series.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be harsh. I mean, it's very harsh after just one game. But you know what? He wasn't part of my playing 11 in the first ODI either. As I mentioned, I would always prefer a sixth bowling option, and with Kedar you have that sixth bowling option, and also I think he has that temperament to finish games. And the biggest issue with Kedar has been his fitness issues, and there is no better place than let's say Adelaide or any ground in Australia, because you make bulk of your runs by singles and twos, where you have to run a lot. And there'll be a great fitness test for Kedar Jadhav.
We speak about Australia. Are we likely to see the similar sort of approach, Hodgie, that you could call it conservative approach with the bat, try and, if they do win the toss and bat first, try and get, not lose too many, don't go too hard. And now with the confidence with the bowling, you could actually think of defending a score against this strong Indian lineup.
Well, I mean, the only thing is that we were lucky enough to get India 3 for 4, weren't we? So we got 3 top batsmen out cheaply. So our concern is that we're going to have to make 280 consistently plus against such a great batting lineup, and we need to strike early. So, if Rohit and Shikhar Dhawan and Virat can ride that lightning early, then I think Australia are in a bit of trouble. But yeah, look, this will give them a great deal of confidence, I think, to know that they can post 280 with such a conservative approach, and they still had Maxwell in the shed that only faced a handful of deliveries. So yeah, a lot of positives for Australia.
Australia or India, Hodgie, for the next one?
Oh, I think India in Adelaide. I think they'll. I just think their spin department's too good. I think Mohammad Shami's in great form. There's a couple of opportunities for Australians to exploit, an Indian side which just looked like it was a fraction rusty, but I think India will bounce back for sure.
Go catch that flight, Hodgie. We'll chat again on the day of the game. Same question, India or Australia? You expect India to make a comeback?
Yes, definitely. So I don't think it'll be too many days where you find India 4 for 3 in the first 3-4 overs. So yeah, I would expect India to bounce back stronger in the next game.
Right. Many thanks, Deep. Many thanks, Brad Hodge. We will continue having extensive analysis around this series on ESPNcricinfo Match Day, the second ODI at the Adelaide Oval on Tuesday.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.